Brief summary. Stress is a word we often throw around. We talk about it when our workload gets heavy, when we have conflicts with others, or when life just feels overwhelming. We also hear people say that stress is stored in the body, leading to backaches, stomach pains, and other ailments. But what does this actually mean? Can stress really reside in specific parts of our body, or is something else at play? Today, we'll unpack the latest scientific understanding of how stress affects the body, revealing that it's not about trapping emotions in our organs, but rather a dynamic whole-body response that touches every part of us in unique ways. Let's dive into what happens in your body when you're stressed, how it impacts everything from your immune system to your muscles, and what you can do to build resilience. Main podcast content. Let's start by addressing a common misconception. Stress is not stored like energy in a battery or water in a reservoir. It doesn't sit in your back waiting to be released. That idea, popularized over the years, likely stems from the early works of Sigmund Freud, who suggested that suppressed emotions might manifest as physical symptoms. While we've moved beyond that simplistic view, there's no denying that stress does physically manifest in the body. However, it's more accurate to think of stress as a conductor, orchestrating a complex stress symphony throughout your body, with each system playing a different note. The stress conductor, your brain. When we experience stress, it starts in the brain, specifically in the hypothalamus, which serves as the control center. Imagine you're sitting in a traffic jam. This everyday frustration triggers a cascade of hormonal responses. Your hypothalamus signals the release of adrenaline and cortisol, two key stress hormones. These chemicals have immediate and long-lasting effects, from quickening your heart rate to increasing blood sugar for a quick energy burst. But this response doesn't stop there. Adrenaline and cortisol also influence your brain, altering your cognition. That's why during stressful moments you might experience mental fog, difficulty concentrating, or feel overly anxious. Your body is working hard to respond to a perceived threat, but this heightened state isn't sustainable long term. The stress symphony, how stress hits different parts of your body. Think of stress as a symphony in which multiple instruments, your body's systems, respond to the same conductor. Each system reacts in its own way, and depending on your genetic makeup, health, and past experiences, the music of stress might sound very different for you than for someone else. The cardiovascular system is one of the first to respond. Under stress, your heart pumps faster, preparing your body for the classic fight-or-flight response. This is useful in short bursts, like escaping danger, but chronic stress keeps your heart working overtime. Over time, this can lead to high blood pressure, increased risk of heart disease, and even changes in the way your blood vessels function. Picture a high-stress job where deadlines constantly loom. You're in a near-constant state of pressure and your heart responds accordingly, pushing more blood to your muscles and brain. Over months and years, this chronic stress load can strain your cardiovascular system, making it less efficient at relaxing after each stressful event. Another common manifestation is muscle tension. Have you ever noticed your shoulders creeping up toward your ears after a long, stressful day? This is your body's way of preparing to defend itself. While occasional muscle tension is normal, chronic tension can lead to pain, discomfort, and even long-term issues like headaches or back problems. Imagine someone who regularly experiences lower back pain due to job-related stress. Even though they have no physical injury, the stress continually manifests in their back, creating tension and exacerbating their pain. The gastrointestinal system also plays a significant role in the stress response. For some, stress hits hardest in the stomach. You've probably heard of the term gut feeling, which isn't far from the truth. The gut and brain communicate directly via the vagus nerve, meaning your digestive system can be particularly sensitive to stress. You might experience stomach aches, bloating, nausea, or even more severe issues like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, in response to chronic stress. Consider a student preparing for final exams. They might experience frequent stomach cramps, not because they ate something bad, but because their digestive system is responding to the chronic stress of studying and worrying about results. The immune system, too, is affected by stress. Short-term stress can actually boost your immune response by temporarily activating immune cells. However, long-term stress has the opposite effect. Chronic stress suppresses the immune system, making you more susceptible to infections, slower to heal, and even more likely to develop chronic conditions. After a particularly stressful year, you might notice that you catch colds more often or that small wounds take longer to heal. This is your immune system telling you that your body's stress levels are starting to overwhelm its ability to fight off infections. Why do we all respond differently? The way stress manifests in your body depends on several factors, including genetics, past experiences, and your current health status. If you've had digestive issues in the past, stress might target your stomach. If you've experienced muscle injuries, stress may show up in the form of muscle tension or pain. Your age and overall health also play a role. As you age, stress may feel more intense, though some people build resilience and learn how to better cope with it over time. Think of stress like an opportunistic invader. It looks for the weak points in your body, be it your digestive system, your heart, or your immune system, and exploits them. The key to managing stress, recovery, and resilience. Now that we understand how stress affects us, what can we do about it? The goal is not to eliminate stress because that's impossible, but to build resilience and enhance recovery. Let's explore some proven techniques. Mindfulness and meditation are among the most effective ways to manage stress. Practices such as deep breathing or meditation can help reset the stress response, lower cortisol levels, and increase overall feelings of calm. A person dealing with daily work stress might take 5 minutes out of their day to practice mindful breathing. Over time, this regular practice helps them handle stressful situations with more ease, preventing the buildup of chronic stress. Another crucial factor is social connection. Having someone to talk to, a hand to hold, or simply being in the presence of loved ones can lower stress levels significantly. Studies show that people with strong social networks recover more quickly from stress and maintain lower stress levels over time. Think of how a heartfelt conversation with a close friend can make even the most stressful situations seem more manageable. Social connections act as a buffer, protecting us from the full impact of stress. Exercise, sleep, and nutrition also play critical roles in managing stress. Exercise not only reduces stress hormones, but also stimulates the production of endorphins, natural mood lifters. Similarly, adequate sleep allows the body to repair and reset, while balanced nutrition provides the fuel needed to combat stress. Someone who feels constantly overwhelmed might notice a significant reduction in stress after adding a 20-minute walk to their daily routine. Exercise offers immediate stress relief, and over time, it builds resilience. Closing thoughts. The next time you feel stress building up, remember that it's not about storing that stress in any one part of your body. Instead, think of your body as an orchestra, with stress as the conductor, directing your systems to respond in different ways. By becoming aware of these responses and focusing on resilience, you can learn to manage stress before it manages you. Recognizing stress for what it truly is, a dynamic whole-body response, empowers you to take steps toward better health and well-being. Whether through mindfulness, social support, or lifestyle changes, you have the ability to fine-tune your body's stress response, ensuring that your own personal symphony remains in harmony.